We are here for some Hexarchy multiplayer four-person queue. I think this is probably the perfect size for the format. So let's see what we get. As I'm currently trying to get in as many matches as possible to get my rating higher, given I'm already top 10, but I could be top 3 if I just grind a little bit harder. So let's see what we can get. The grand loading screen. One of the reasons why I'm just playing so much of this game is just the way that the map gets randomized makes every single game feel, ooh, I did not choose Aztecs. Someone else chose China this time. As, let's see, I was just making a joke in the official Discord. You can find the link in-game in Hexarchy's, like on the main menu, about playing Aztecs, and I think I might have joked a little bit too hard if I got handed them. So, this is one of those hands where I don't think I can get Settler out. Like, I'm not going to have a food source to play it for free, and I got Settler in the opener, but I didn't get Fishing to get the Tenochtitlan to the right size. So we're going to have to go and do it next turn. Let's see what else we can get out. No pasture this time. We have Better Warrior because Aztecs. Fishing can get us bigger, but like we have to go all the way to Harbor for it to be useful. Yikes. Writing's a solid turn 1. As is mining onto iron source, which kind of negates the value of Aztecs in some ways. Ooh. This is actually a pretty awkward start then. This is kind of crazy, but like I'm going to go to agriculture and drop the farm. Turn 1. Because what I'm lacking right now is food production. And, well, that gives me food. Especially because I didn't get woodworking because it was in the opening hand. Let's see how bad of an idea it was. I probably should have spent those 2 hammers to tech up mining, so I've got access to the mine next time it comes around. Because I'm going to be a little bit shy on hammers, missing the turn 1 expansion. Through, dropping the settler. Woodworking onto the lumber mill is honestly more important than getting the mine out because I do have an early game card in the form of... I've got an early game card in the form of the Jaguar Warriors, so I don't necessarily need to get like this early iron production. That said, science off the market. Warehouse, I won't have enough hammers to put out the scout as well. So, burn the scout because I'm going to be scouting with units. Now I can get the mine going for more hammers. And then drop this 1 food so Tenochtitlan grows next turn. Not a good start by any means. I am protected on this side, but I don't have the resources to pop off with it. Although I'm kind of praying that the farm's consistent food production means that this is actually a ton of hammers if I get 1 more lumber mill going. Like, 3, 6, 9 hammers. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to have 4 population on Tenochtitlan in order to make that happen, so this expansion's going to have to go start making my settlers for me. This is probably the best spot to put it. Actually, I think I want to put it on the forest. Yeah, I've got enough movement to put the settler on the forest, because I have to make another lumber mill anyways, I don't think I'm going to have time to put out 2. So just putting it here, access to the mine, getting the food space. 1 lumber mill, 2 lumber mill over the course of 2 shuffles is probably better than relying on getting 3 out. Hanging Gardens is hilariously probably the best play I've got right now. Like, I don't have a good foraging location, so like Agrarian Society farm? I actually don't have a good spot to put the farm. Hmm. I want Tenochtitlan to get big, so I want to play don't want to play the Jaguar, but I don't want to burn it because it's like it's the cool thing that the Aztecs do. So like, oh, I have to burn something. Well, if I'm not building Jaguar this turn, I'm not getting early aggression happening. 1, 2. So I actually should have enough in order to play both. Oh man, I'm giving up this space with the winery. A little bit painful, but I'll live. That. Nope, no good way to make Tenochtitlan grow this turn without giving up the farm. Yeah, this is a really weird game already. Extremely weird. I didn't get any economic resources, and I made this misplay thinking that I would actually have a space for this. I should have grabbed Cultivate instead to boost this farm's food output. Okay, so they're wearing the crown, but that's because they have an early wonder as well as this holy site. But I bet that in this 4-person lobby, it's a bit of a risky bet, but I bet that Arabia is actually a bot here because bots have a very high chance of building a farm as well as prioritizing hanging gardens over other wonders. I do anything nice this turn. Production going, science off the market, mobilize a settler. I'm not going to find a settler. I don't have good targets for foraging, so like this goes into harbor, but I'd actually rather get something like, it's out, redraw this hand. I have a chance of drawing all those cards once again, which frankly is more valuable at this point. Like here, Texcoco is already sitting on a food space, and I've got the... Because I've got the hanging gardens, I can grow it pretty consistently and easily. I need more food to burn. Actually, I can buy them all. Ooh, that's crazy expensive food. But I think it's actually worth it. I also buy science. No. I want you to get big. It's just going to take you a hot minute. Weirdly, a farming game, because I don't really have any food resources anywhere to speak of. Preferring Mamluk. The bots also dramatically prefer to build the Civ unique unit over anything else, so I think I've got time in order to set up a slow push of, like, advance the sword 1, build actually potentially 2 units with the warehouse and these cheap horses. Yeah, that's actually the play. I seriously don't have a good use for this pasture. That's painful. Yeah, so warehouse, jaguar, 2 food, horseback riding, horseman, the 1 horseman I'm going to get this entire game. Actually, I'd rather have this and this, and I can use Jaguar Charge in order to get the ranged attack with the flanking bonus. Set the strength up on the warrior. See if I can burn 1 more card to justify getting riding out this turn. Mine, I can't justify burning another card. Feels weird, but I guess I'm on the crazy iron train today. Sell 3 of them. I can get you back up the size. Such a weird game. And even though Ritual is going to solve my science problems as in the deck, all my more important cards are also in the discard, so I'm going to be redrawing next turn no matter what. Horses were too expensive to justify buying. I'm going a bit all in on this triple unit attack, and I need a charge next turn for the Jaguar to set up a flanking. Okay. Of the 4 people, one of the profile pictures I recognized this time was Sir Easy Gamer, who really likes playing England, and that happens to create English Wonder somewhere up here. This wonderful set of walls means that it's protecting me from England, but it also means that England's protected. Oh, it protects both of us. So like this is actually the most important spot on the map right now. This choke point. Yeah, building a warrior to defend with. That is bot's behavior. See, horses are reasonably priced. So, buy a horse, settler, mobilize, out of Tenochtitlan. Russia's over here. Honestly, Russia's most likely a real player, even though I didn't choose Russia this turn. Weird warrior placement, but I can't rely on that being anything other than some sort of bad luck on their part. This is legitimately the best spot for it, but like puts this in a really aggressive positioning with Russia. I might have the food to pull this off, but it's going to be really marginal. Really marginal, yikes. I don't need mobilize, I need charge. But I'd burned my first charge, so I'm going to have to find it underneath tactics, which means I'm going to have to go looking. Frankly, just don't think I've got time for winery. Going with hammers. Feels bad. Not going to find any more horses this game unless I get lucky with Arabia. I'm with money again. Pyramids don't help me at all. I've got unique archer. Come on, find me. Well, there's a charge, I just have to pay for it. Yikes. So, Vanguard onto the Jaguar. Swordsman up here. Feels bad, but I think getting the strength out is more important. We have not invented writing yet, and that's why we're going to lose all of the Aztec history. Did I actually give this guy a move command? Okay, it does. Just disappears at a weird timing. Sweet, I got lucky. The Arabia bot built the horse pasture for the meantime. Okay, Moscow, well built up. Although, farm, and most players don't like building farms on this patch. I think that's going to change pretty dramatically next patch. That's not quite enough in order to declare Russia a bot, although this strength buff scout that fought something definitely is putting some precedence in that direction. First, get this knight out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually could potentially take Moscow if I get enough food here. I have enough food to pull it off, actually. The risky play, but let's see if it works out. Not going to have enough horses to justify double time long term. I'd rather get a forge than a warehouse. Mecca already has a farm. As the Pocolo could use a farm. Actually have enough to justify spending stuff on Jeweler. That cavalry unit's basically just a scout. It's not worth sending you in unless you find a charge that just plays my hands too much. Jaguar is going to be huge for getting this over here. Oh. Oh. Do I actually not have any good spots for Lumbermill? That's crazy. Maybe I should have used the Jaguar. Getting this mine started would have been really nice. Granary gets a city huge, frankly. Tiquan? is big enough. Aztepoclo is going to get big. Texcoco could be bigger. Get my hands on Great Lighthouse. Well, without a charge, like, it's not really worth it sending this knight in to fight. It's actually best off just defending. And it's going to end up here if it tries anything funny. So, like, just send it off as a scout, because it can come back and flank is worth it. Do I get anything out of 2 food? Actually, yes. So, feels bad, but here, that saves Mecha from starving. Then Texcoco getting hammer production early. I'd care more about the hammers than the food, honestly. Actually, no, I care about more about the food, because I've got plenty of hammers and not enough money. It looks like Sir Easy's England is currently uncontested. I have this awkward starting position. So, this strong England start, yikes, is probably on course to win the game. I need to either steal a high-value city like Moscow. Ooh, free settlers, nice. Okay, it's not going to be physically possible to take Moscow this turn because of this swordsman block. But getting, like, line of sight out here with the cavalry scouts is going to be really nice. Probably a city here, but I can, like, just go after in the blind. Yeah, this is... Oh, yeah, it's a city. There's Novgorod, which is expansion number 1. If I do, like, here, then here, I can find, like, charges to work with. You claim this spot so I can get, actually, a marble mine online. Slow, frankly. I actually have the iron to justify doing this, but I don't think I can do it this turn, which means I'm not... If you can't do it this turn, it's not worth it. Do I have better spots to forge with? 1, 2, 1, 2. These are actually just one space too far away, so nope, it's not happening. Take over here, take this. I don't think anyone actually built the statue of Zeus yet, so I can position you crazy aggressively here, so I can potentially get this lumber mill access, although I just burned the lumber mill. Okay, ritual onto Texcoco. That's like one of the best mid-game cards out there. I think I burnt. Yeah, I think I burnt the mobilized cards that just put you out. Feels hilarious still holding onto writing this late. Everywhere that needs it has a farm already. Frankly, building Meiji Castle is bizarrely valuable right now for an aggressive push. No, it hasn't been buffed yet. Vanguard on you has a chance at getting in, although Russia has turned priorities, so it's going to play weirdly. Oh, I can't get tactics without riding. That's why I've been struggling to find charge so much. Wow. Who's good at this? Not me. Okay. So, frankly, charge this horseman. Coco is like struggling to get anything done. Really amusing, honestly. Sweet. Luxuries, finally. That's going to have my economy going long-term. I'm just not convinced there is a long-term to work with. Although I did steal the crown back, I'm unlikely to get... It's likely temporary because they're going to have dramatic priority on East India Company because I forgot just how important writing is. Although, I'm actually in a pretty good spot to contest Moscow. If I can take Moscow, I, like, more or less win the game on the spot. England has a move priority to defend those 2 wonders. Okay. Russia's been defending weirdly. Yeah, I think I've got an extremely good chance of getting Moscow. Like, this is kind of wedged in amongst some hills. I'm going to struggle to get a flanking bonus. Sweet, I got that without having to spend a turn on claiming it, because you have a Vanguard, I can get Novgorod without having to spend a charge there. I got Vanguard before I got charge because I burned it so early. population. That's already getting doubled. I can't get another cultivate on that one. Cocoa, mathematics. Workshop would be nice. Is there anyone wasting a worker right now? One is frankly big enough, so that iron workshop, 10 of Tiklon's honestly big enough right now. You're working all the good spots. Mine. Go. Build. Work the high value hammers tiles. Humorously late in the game to get my first library going. Anyone else need to get big? Actually, Town Tieflon now could justify the extra space. Can't actually get there due to zone of control, so you're actually best off just taking the space and stacking up here. Longbowman means actually best fortifying that. I'm not going to be able to get through this without some sort of weird long-term play. Charge. I was one moment too late to get the Pathfinder out here. That was going to make it huge for getting units through this section. Actually, no, it's going to be impractical to ever attack London. This is too good of a choke point. Okay, so I'm like taking the cities, but don't have infantry in order to like guarantee it. I like actually need to forced march this guy. Barracks, 1, 2, 3 charge. And then both of those are under logistics. Where's logistics? You need mathematics for logistics if I remember correctly, so logistics is in the discard. This is a redraw hand no matter what. Well, charge here. Nope, okay, that's fine, I guess. Charge here. Draw a bunch of cards. No good fishing hut spots. Skirmisher is not very valuable. Oh, there's another charge. Okay, so knights come out this way. Claim this. Do I even have a good spot to put a mine? Iron, really? I'm not going to have time to get the settler out. Actually, I can win this turn. Hold up. Did no one build statue? Alright. I'll take it. Okay, that's game win because I'm over 100, but there's a chance that England steals it due to... there's a chance that England steals it just due to having East India Company priority. Everything's gonna come off mathematics. Woo! Okay. Logistics. You know what? I can't physically take these cities in time to just burn them for the victory points. Hit architecture, it's a wonder, place it. Ooh. Okay, let's see how well that went. This is going to be a really weird map when I look at it afterwards. Oh, there's the player who took the China I chose this time. I was trying to practice my secondary civilization and just didn't get it. There's just something so lovely about watching all the start of term animations play through. Fill up the giant inventory, grab so many cities, watch them grow and celebrate you. Alright, 4-person lobby. There was only one bot, which was Arabia. I did successfully identify Arabia as the bot. The Russia player was struggling. They couldn't mount a defense. I don't think they ever actually got a chance to build an iron mine in order to defend with. Meaning that I was the real player, Russia was the real player. Identified Sir Easy's London. Yep, that's very much their playstyle. And then Freelancer took China. So that's good to know. If I see the pug profile picture in the future, I should go back to Russia rather than China and see how that plays out. But correctly identified bot Diego. Incorrect. I kind of got confused by Russia. Like there was a few things like strength buff scout going on, but like I do really like these city placements. I don't think these are places that a bot would put them. Although 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They had to double move the settler in order to get there, or maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if they had to get woodsman onto it. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. They also had to double move this settler as well to get out here. So the Russia player needs some more practice and to learn the game some more in order to defend against that. Given that was really hard to defend against, having like just triple knights staring you down. And then I got lucky with positioning and identifying the Arabia bot because I was chasing after a hut here as well as a resource. I think I was able to turn this mediocre start with no food resources, and I actually got to winery before I got to pasture of all things, into a really strong economy game that just ran over the place with the double iron. And yeah, the moment I saw that longbow, horrible terrain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, without Cossacks, this is like impossible to break through. You have to like skirmisher and then multiple knight charges to get through this in a reasonable order because you can't put a barracks here. The double difficult terrain, and all of this relies on having this guy surviving the longbow harassment with Pathfinder on top of it, which is a lot to ask for. So this more or less became like 2 map halves, and I got a little bit lucky on getting the bigger half of the map. I got very lucky with identifying the bot, but it was all skill to actually kill the bot and then use the resource advantage to take down Russia as well. And with that, that was a fun game. Good night and good luck. Let's see, did I knock Sir Easy off the leaderboard with that? Oh, not quite. Or maybe it doesn't update on their side. Wait, they gained rating points for getting second place? Oh no, they only lost 2. That's fine. Okay. Like, they started this game at 3-3. Yeah, they gained rating points for that second place. They started the game at 3-3-1, and they ended at 3-3-3. Huh. All right.